Life on Earth is incredibly diverse, with countless species inhabiting every corner of our planet. Millions of different types of organisms share our planet, each with unique characteristics and roles in their ecosystems. Imagine trying to study all these life forms without any system of organization. The sheer number of species would be overwhelming. It would be an impossible task. The chaos would make it nearly unmanageable to understand the relationships and functions of each organism. This is where classification comes in. By grouping organisms based on shared traits, we bring order to the complexity. Classification is the process of organizing things into groups based on shared characteristics, making it easier to study and understand them. In biology, we classify living things to make sense of the diversity of life. This system helps us identify and study organisms more efficiently. Classification helps us understand how organisms are related to each other, revealing the evolutionary connections between species. It allows scientists to communicate more effectively, ensuring that everyone is on the same page when discussing research and findings. With a shared system, they can be sure they're talking about the same organism, avoiding confusion and miscommunication. Without classification, studying life on Earth would be like trying to navigate a labyrinth without a map. The lack of structure would hinder scientific progress. Classification provides the order and structure we need to make sense of the natural world, enabling us to explore and understand the vast diversity of life. How do we decide which organisms belong in which groups? We look at their observable characteristics. These are features that we can see or measure. These characteristics can be physical, such as the shape of a leaf or the number of legs an animal has. They can also be behavioral, such as the way an animal builds its nest or the sounds it makes. Scientists carefully examine many different characteristics when classifying organisms. By comparing and contrasting these features, they can determine which organisms are more closely related. The more characteristics two organisms share, the more closely related they are likely to be. This principle of shared characteristics is the foundation of biological classification. Let's look at some examples of classification in action. Classification is a fundamental process in biology that helps us make sense of the vast diversity of life on Earth. Plants are a large and diverse group of organisms. They range from tiny mosses to towering trees, each with unique features. They are classified into different groups based on characteristics such as their size, shape, and whether they produce flowers or cones. This helps botanists and researchers understand plant evolution and ecology. Animals are another large and diverse group. They inhabit nearly every environment on Earth, from deep oceans to high mountains. They are classified based on characteristics such as whether they have a backbone, how they reproduce, and how they care for their young. This classification helps zoologists study animal behavior and physiology. Within the animal kingdom, mammals are a group that includes humans, dogs, cats, and many others. Mammals are known for their complex behaviors and social structures. Mammals are characterized by having hair or fur, giving birth to live young, and producing milk to feed their offspring. These traits are crucial for the survival and development of their young. Dogs are further classified into different breeds based on their physical characteristics, such as their size, shape, and coat type. This classification helps breeders and pet owners understand the needs and traits of different breeds. This hierarchical system of classification helps us understand the relationships between different organisms. It provides a framework for studying the natural world and discovering new species. Understanding taxa levels of classification. In taxonomy, we use the term taxa to refer to the different groups into which organisms are classified. These groups help scientists organize and understand the vast diversity of life on Earth. These taxa are arranged in a hierarchy from broadest to most specific, allowing for a structured way to categorize living organisms. The broadest taxon is the domain, followed by kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Each of these levels represents a different degree of relatedness among organisms. Each level of the hierarchy represents a different level of relatedness. The more specific the level, the more closely related the organisms are. For example, the kingdom Animalia includes all animals, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals. Within the Animalia, the phylum Chordata includes all animals with backbones, such as fish, birds, and mammals. The class Mammalia includes all animals with hair or fur giving birth to live young and producing milk to nourish their offspring. The genus Canis includes dogs, wolves, and coyotes, which share many common characteristics. Finally, the species Canis lupus familiaris refers specifically to domestic dogs, our beloved pets. This hierarchical system allows us to understand the relationships between different groups of organisms, providing a framework for studying the complexity of life. Using characteristics to classify. Scientists use a wide range of characteristics to classify organisms. Structural characteristics are important. These include features such as the shape, size, and arrangement of an organism's body parts. Developmental characteristics are also important. These include the way an organism grows and develops from an embryo to an adult. Ecological characteristics are another important factor to consider. These include an organism's habitat, diet, and interactions with other organisms. By considering all of these characteristics, scientists can develop a comprehensive understanding of an organism and its place in the tree of life. A next section, Taxonomy through time, a historical perspective. The classification of living organisms has been a human endeavor for centuries. Early humans classified plants and animals based on their usefulness as food, medicine, or sources of danger. The Greek philosopher Aristotle developed one of the first systems of classification. He divided organisms into two groups, plants and animals. In the 18th century, the Swedish botanist Carl Linnaeus developed the system of classification that we still use today. Linnaeus's system is based on binomial nomenclature, which gives each species a unique two-part scientific name. Linnaeus's work revolutionized the field of taxonomy. His system provided a clear and concise way to organize and classify the diversity of life on Earth. Next section, Taxonomy today and tomorrow. Relevance and applications. Taxonomy continues to be a vital field of study today. Scientists are constantly discovering new species and refining our understanding of the relationships between organisms. Taxonomy plays a crucial role in many areas of biology, including conservation, medicine, and agriculture. By understanding the relationships between organisms, we can develop more effective strategies to protect endangered species. Taxonomy is essential for understanding and combating diseases. By classifying pathogens, we can develop targeted treatments and vaccines. As we continue to explore the natural world, taxonomy will become even more crucial in helping us understand and appreciate the incredible diversity of life on our planet.